Hi, my name is David Henrik, president of Burgers and Caswell. We thought for Earth Day 2020 that it would be fun to take a quick walkthrough of our new solar array that we just turned on earlier this year, as well as walk through some of the other energy efficiency improvements that we've been making over the years. Over 20 years ago, we actually started by removing all the gas heating appliances from our office space and removing our old rooftop units and moving to ground source heat pumps. We're also going to be doing that in our shop. And in conjunction with the solar array that we just installed, this building will become a near net zero property, which for a building that was built in the 70s is a pretty impressive upgrade. We're actually going to be producing more electricity than we're using and eliminating nearly all of our fossil fuel usage for the building. So without any further delays, let's take a look at the system.
Construction on the array actually started late last summer, early fall, and proceeded through the winter to the point where they connected the inverters to the grid. It took quite a bit of coordination between the installer, Sundial Energy, XL Energy, the engineers, and us to get the array laid out and set up on our building. As you can see, the array covers the main roofs of our office and our shop. As I said, we had to work with XL Energy to coordinate a whole new building service. So we actually had to pull the old transformer and put a new transformer in place that was compatible with taking power from a solar array and putting it on the grid. This process, surprisingly, once we got everything hammered out, XL Energy got in here and took care of it quick. So we ended up with a new transformer capable of producing a little bit cleaner power for the building, and ultimately is compatible with the solar system. All said and done, the total array consists of 236 Jinko panels covering our entire shop and office rooftops, as well as 11 panels that are installed on top of one of our pole sheds. There's a couple of SolarEdge inverters that are collecting all that energy and putting it back to the grid. And the system's peak performance should be about 90 kilowatts. Let's take a look at how this thing's been operating through the first month. This is the SolarEdge portal where we can go in and track some of the characteristics and performance of the system. The array that we have installed here is a 90 kilowatt DC array, which is over 100 kilowatts of AC once it's ran through the inverters and put back on the grid. The system was turned on the 18th of March, and so in a little over a month, we've already generated 12.2 megawatt hours of electricity. This month alone, we've generated 8. Our facility uses between 5 and 6 megawatt hours per month, so we are certainly going to be net producers during the spring and summer, and I think we're going to be generating enough excess to make us net producers year in and year out for at least the first like 10 to 13 years, because the panels degrade a little bit every year, but we should stay on the plus side for well over a decade. Some other things we can do in the portal is look at daily, weekly, monthly production figures. I think the month and the yearly are kind of interesting to look at because you can really see how much you're producing day in and day out, month in and month out. You can also look at some of the bigger high-level environmental benefits like CO2 emission reduction, and I'm not quite sure how they equate to trees planted, but it looks like we've got a healthy start on a forest here. But 19,000 pounds of carbon reduction in a month, that's a pretty healthy amount. So it's going to be interesting to see how much carbon reduction this system does over its life. But it looks like we're going to be pulling down quite a bit of carbon here, which is one of our goals. We really wanted to have a system that was going to cover our facility and have some substantial positive environmental benefits. One of our goals with this system was to try to get our facility to be a zero emissions facility. not only net zero on energy consumption, but also not be burning fossil fuels in our facility. In order to do that in a northern climate, you've got to bring in fairly advanced heating and cooling technology, which is why our company has been involved in the ground source heat pump market for over 20 years. Our hope is that by next winter, the only gas-fired appliance that we will be running at our facility will be our steam cleaner for cleaning our trucks and tools. Thank you for taking a tour of our new solar system and energy efficiency technology that we've been bringing into our shop here in Maple Plain. We appreciate you watching, and have a happy Earth Day.